On the Day of Reckoning card from Saturday, December 23rd, Cruiserweight champion Jai Opetaia entered this event as the Ring Magazine and IBF Cruiserweight champion. However, the IBF sought to strip him of his title because there's a rematch that was in the balance for whom he had won the title from, Myris Briedis. So the IBF thought they would bring their title back away from the grasp of Opetaia. And when you're a real champion, your title can only be taken in the ring. And so, for Saturday's event, Opetaia entered the match as the Ring Magazine champion, world renowned, and he defended. Let's talk about what happened. The Day of Reckoning was an event, one of the biggest events of the last 20 plus years. However, what can be said about this event was it gave us a chance to see a number of the stars of boxing in the heavier divisions, the heavyweights themselves, but standout cruiserweight Jai Opetaia was able to come in here and perform with his skills on the line and in observance, and he did not disappoint. His opponent was a gentleman by the name Zorro from the UK. Now, Zorro came into this fight an orthodox fighter who was in Opetaia's explanation, because he was asked when on the press conference dais before the fight, how do you see Zorro? And he said, he reminds me of myself. And what Opetaia meant about that was that he was hungry and in a position to challenge for a title. And being of little renown, maybe people would underestimate him. But Opetaia had that look in his face. And as he came away from this bout, now with his record of 24-0 with 19 KOs, his observation of Zorro was on point, because when he looked at this bout, he himself, when he challenged Briedis, came out of that fight with a broken jaw. However, he put it to task. He put everything on the line, and you could see Zorro's effort was to put it on the line. But there was one difference between this particular champion that Zorro was challenging. This champion was poker faced throughout the entire event, and I could tell off of his last performance, Opetaia has shown me that he's all business as a champion reigning. And even Ellis found out. With his record now after Saturday's fight, 17-1 with 7 KOs, he attempted to come out But there was something a little bit different about the level of focus and the intensity to start the fight. Opetaia, exactly like he did when he faced Jordan Thompson back in September of this year, came out red hot and ready to pile it on as far as not allowing Zorro to get uncorked. And so therefore, Opetaia uncorked, unleashing a volley of punches that meant business. I mean, as Custy Amato used to say, with bad intentions, he was able to get out the gate ready and in a hurry. And Zorro, who kind of anticipated that, but maybe not to the degree that it was on display, found himself backpedaling. But it was something that took place shortly before the round ended. Opetaia took to Zorro in an aggressive manner, and as I said, his punches of bad intent were on display from go. And there was something else about his performance. Maybe it could have been because the IBF took the title. Maybe it could have been because Zorro could have been looking at him like maybe he is not focused. But how wrong was that if anyone had adopted that particular position or thought process? And this led to Opetaia opening up with a volley of punches, including a left hook shortly before the end of the first round. That's right, a first round blowout by Jai Opetaia. When he landed the shot, that was the final shot of the match. Zorro laid on the canvas, his head on the bottom rung of the rope, ring apron, confused, befuddled. The ref didn't even need to issue a count, and Opetaia towered over him with a look that said, "Take that, IBF." He is a real champion, and he is a fighter to be dealt with. At Cruiserweight, I don't think there's anyone that can stand in with this man for the distance as far as defeating him. You may make it to the final bell, but on the way, you will catch hell. Salute to Jai Opetaia, a man who has shown us now 3 times in a row the type of champion that he is. And I can't wait to see him again. As I started talking about him before this fight, I was trying to tell the people, keep your eyes peeled for this guy. And now people are starting to take notice because it can't be helped. What you see when you see this man in the ring, he is a fighter to be dealt with. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. Let me know what your thoughts are about Jai Opetaia and what you would like to see from him next. Should he go after another champion? Should he go back and get his IBF belt? Should he rematch Breeders? I think yes to all. I would like to see him undisputed at Cruiserweight, and it's just fights away. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.